What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into my very first video. I'll be honest, this is not the way I wanted to start out my first video, but that's okay. It was time to finally pick up the camera after many years of wanting to get this started. I've put it off for so long, and I'm finally doing it. I'm making myself some time to make this happen. So forgive me while I'm walking and talking. We're running out of daylight. I don't have a fully enclosed, heated and lit garage, so I'm currently walking to my garage and to get some tools from my maintenance shop. But wanted to bring you guys along and talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing today. All right, it's story time. So essentially what has happened is my 2013 Mustang GT, I did a clutch replacement. Car's got, I did it right over 100,000 miles. The stock clutch was okay for those 100,000 miles, but I started adding some minor bolt-ons, so I figured it's time to, finally replace the clutch. So I brought it to my mechanic. I did a McLeod cut clutch, aluminum flywheel, clutch line, braided clutch line, pile of bearings, slave cylinder. I mean, I bought the whole works for it, right? Like I wanted to. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't do a twin disc because I wasn't planning on going boost, and even if I do, I bought the one that was rated for like 795 horsepower, so I decided to go single disc. So I bought all this stuff, brought it over to my mechanic, they install it. And it's running, it's driving, but it's, over time, I had it for like a month or two, and it started making some pretty loud noises. So I know aftermarket clutches tend to make loud sounds, but this was a really, I don't know, it didn't seem right. So, and I'm very OCD when it comes to certain things like sounds and a bunch of other stuff, which I'm sure you'll learn as you follow me along on this beautiful automotive journey. But anywho, the car was making sound, so I brought it back to my mechanic, and they took it apart and looked at the instructions, and there's supposed to be a plate that the slave cylinder sits on. It didn't come with it, and they didn't know, I didn't know, so they had an extra one from this $3,000 clutch kit that somebody bought for a Camaro. So they pop it back in, and initially when I drove it away, it drove fine. I got the car on Saturday of that weekend, whatever weekend was, and roll around into the next week. I go to take the car out. I go to the store. Car will not go into gear. No first, second, third, reverse, nothing. So had to have the car towed back to them, and they were like, going through it. I go back to go pick it up again. The same deal's going on as soon as I drive it around the block. This whole big thing. So I was like, what the hell's going on? So they finally ordered a McLeod clutch, and the master cylinder, they said, went bad after all of this going on. So they replaced it with a Ford OEM one. And I got the car back. Hey! What do you guys use to do the hoses for the washers and dryers?
Channel locks?
Channel locks, but you know the channel locks that you can turn and it holds in place? You know what I'm talking about? At the end of the, it's like a silver channel lock almost.
Yeah, but I don't have them.
We don't have them here?
Yeah. Damn. Only the channel locks like the other one.
Well, I guess I'm using channel locks. Alright, I guess I'm using those. I got my car back, and the clutch was fine when I drove it away. As soon as I got back, it stopped working, and I think it's the pedal. And I have a new spring, so I'm about to go put it in right now. That's why huh? I can't drive the car back. Otherwise I would. I mean, it's an easy fix, hopefully. Huh? Everything's a problem. Life's never easy, at least for me. I don't remember where I was in the story. Oh, okay. Got the car back, and I think I explained that to him just now. I got the car back, and I drove it home this weekend, and it was driving fine. Now, the only thing I noticed, and I'll kind of get into this, was the clutch pedal from where it engages all the way up was super loose in that one section of like where the play is. So let me grab what I need here. I'm in the maintenance shop trying to... He does have them. He does. He don't even know what he has in here. I found them. I just hope I can unlock them. Hold on. Trying to put you guys down and be nice about it. Yeah. Yes? Yes. And you hold. Alright. Let's keep it moving. Kind of forgot where I was. Oh, let me rewind. I got the car back over the weekend, and it was running fine. I drove it home, no problem. The only thing I noticed was the play in the clutch pedal. So kind of like right where it gauges all the way to the top, there was some play in the pedal. So it was the only thing I noticed that was like weird. It was running fine, it was shifting gears fine up until I drove the car home. My mechanic is about 60 miles or so from my house. So I drove the car home, and as soon as I got like around the block, it started getting sticky again. Like I couldn't put the shifter into gear again. So I went to Facebook. I'm part of a couple different Mustang groups. Basically explained the whole story I just explained to you guys. Said, hey, does anybody have any idea what this could be? And somebody asked me if I had play in my clutch pedal, and obviously, like I mentioned, I do. So they said that it could be where the clutch pedal engages to the master cylinder. So essentially, I guess I didn't get to really look at it. I tried to watch a couple YouTube videos, but nobody's really got anything too great on it. So it's apparently, it could be where the clutch pedal meets the master cylinder. When you're pushing it in, it's not engaging all the way, hence why the shifter may not be going into gear. So today I'm going to get under the car, or at least where the clutch pedal is, and see if I can try and fix it. I do have the Steeda spring. That was the only thing when I ordered all the clutch stuff that I didn't replace. I'm hoping I can get this car out of the garage right now. This is these are actually both my garages. This is the one for the car. I'm really hoping that I can get this fixed, because the car, I've been without for 3 months. I forgot to mention that. It's been 3 months without the car, and I miss it so much. I was so happy and excited when I finally got it back, and here we are. But, you know, that's part of being a car guru, I guess, and trying to do all kinds of aftermarket stuff. Now, the other problem I'm having, and if you know a solution to this, I'm going to troubleshoot it a little bit, and we'll make another video on that. But if you happen to know a solution, please leave a comment down below. I added O2 sensor spacers for the cats, because the cats were throwing a check engine light. I got long tubes, and when I got the car back, it's idling really rough, and I'm not sure if it's a tune because of the spacers. I don't know what's going on. So anywho, I am going to start the car and hopefully get it out of the garage. What are the odds that the battery dies at the same time we're trying to do this? Well, I guess I'm making a phone call, because my jumper pack is not charged, and I don't have my girlfriend's car to jump it. It's Dominic. Do you have jumper cables? Alright, well, while I'm waiting for a response, I actually don't know where the spring is. So I'm hoping it's in my car. And I'm also really bundled up. I don't know if I said this in the beginning of the video. In the state of New Jersey, it's cold out, and I have no problem with the cold at all. But it's cold out. Let me rephrase that. I like to be warm. I snowboard, so I don't mind it. But if I had to stand out in the freezing cold without the gear I have on, it wouldn't be too pleasant. God, this car is a mess, man. Alright, hold on. I gotta see if I can find this. Because I don't know where the hell I put this. Oh, shut up. Ah, yes. Boom! We found it. Hell yeah. I mean, I want to try and take a look, but look how much space I have. Not a lot of room. Hence why I wanted to take the car out of the garage. Now, the other thing is I don't have a person here to help me push the car forward. Push the car. Do I have any friends? Yeah, it's a sad day. Alright, anywho. Let's see if I can get under here and... Oh, God. You know, usually it's nice to be 200 pounds and 6 foot, but I don't know about that right now. I can't even see Jackola. I'm looking in the wrong spot, that's kind of why. Alright, so... I need more space, man. I can't even do this. Alright, we're gonna make a phone call. Oh, man. Just stay with me. Alright, stay with me. Put you right here for a moment. Fix myself. Look like a decent human being.
Thank you for calling AAA Premier Member Services.
I am calling because my battery's dead, so I'd like to see if possible they can replace it, but at least get the car started.
Yeah, you got it, and I can help you here.
Alright, so here's the deal. Came out to the car, battery's dead. I'm assuming it's from the 3 months that the mechanic had the damn car and turning it on and off. So the battery's dead, so I can't even start it to try and pull it forward, and I cannot reach that clutch pedal for the life of me without pulling the car out and getting some space to get underneath there. I can't even get underneath there without the camera, so we're gonna have to pick this back up another day. I was trying to get this done today because I believe the next couple days it's supposed to snow a little bit, which makes it harder to work on the car, and I kind of needed the car this weekend, so got some planning to do. But stay tuned, and we'll pick this back up. All right, we got some things to discuss. I'll start with the good news. I got a new camera since my last video. The other one I was using or was planning on using is my girlfriend's, and it's a little bit older, so, and not so much my style or what I was looking for a vlogging camera. So I picked up this guy. which supposedly is a great vlogging camera. I mean, it's the size I really wanted, and so far from the looks of it, it looks fantastic. So there's that. That's the good news. A little bit of an update on earlier from earlier in the video. So the following day, I had AAA come out to jump the car. Unfortunately, I was in a little bit of a rush, so I couldn't bring the camera with me. And they came out and tested the battery because, as you saw, the car wasn't starting at all. And battery was supposedly still good, just needed a charge. So they didn't replace it because it has to, I guess, test bad for them to be able to replace it. But they got the car started, or I should say they gave me a jump start, and I kind of moved the car in and out of the garage a little bit. I didn't take it around the block or anything like that because of the shifter getting stuck in certain gears, or not being able to go into gears, I should say, not getting stuck in gear, but not being able to go into some of the gears. I didn't want to take a chance and try and start driving the car and end up getting stuck and having to like push the car back in the freezing cold. So I just kind of let it run a little bit, and the following day, meaning yesterday, I went back out to try and start it, and it was dead. I think that the passenger door was ever so slightly like not fully shut, and the sensor was throwing the car off and the radio wasn't turning off. At least that's my prediction, because when I went back to the car after AAA started it and I would turn it on and off, the radio kept staying on, which was weird. The other thing that was happening that was weird was, or at least that I found out from going through all these different trial and errors, is that my horn doesn't work. I kept clicking the lock button when I got the car back, no horn, and I'm like, what is going on? I have a aftermarket remote start, and I was thinking that maybe because they kept turning the car on and off so much, or the battery was reset or unplugged and plugged back in, that maybe it threw that off. But nope, my horn does not work. It's always one thing after another. So to kind of give you an update, I realized because it's so cold and I'm not 100% sure on what's going on, I have decided to take the car to a different mechanic. So moral of this story, before I kind of get into it, for somebody like myself, I am not 100% mechanically inclined. There's certain things I can do, certain things I can't do, whether it's because I don't have the resources or because I don't know what I'm doing, right? And to be honest, if there's something I don't know or feel comfortable doing, I'm going to hire somebody or pay somebody to do whatever that may be. So hence being my clutch, right? Not something I have any type of tools to be able to do, and not something, to be honest, I myself feel comfortable doing without somebody who has more knowledge than I do. So the car, I contacted, it's called Crazy House Customs. It's in the state of New Jersey. If you're in the state of New Jersey, look them up. They are some of the best, and I mean the best, American muscle mechanics, I would say, is the best way I could put it. They do anything from like trucks and Jeeps and any American muscle. Like the cars, most of the cars sitting in their lot are 1,000+ horsepower. Like that's the kind of work that they do. So I contacted one of the guys who's a Ford expert there and was asking him about what he thought the issue was with the whole clutch situation. And he asked me to send him a list of parts that I had installed, and that we'll go from there. So that's kind of where we're at right now with this process. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't get to start my first vlog off the way that I really wanted to, where I could do a full review of my car and get, do a walk around and show you guys all the things that I've currently done and some of the things that I have planned. Sorry, my washer is currently running and it's causing something on my bar to tick, so hang on one sec. All right. Sorry about that. So, where was I? Oh yes, Crazy House Customs. The moral of the story is, it pays to play, and I cheaped out on a mechanic, and I'm not saying the mechanic I had was necessarily bad. I just don't think that they put 100% effort into trying to fully resolve the solution to fix my car. Now, granted, when I drove the car away, it was running, so I don't necessarily blame them, but I don't think they would do as thorough of a job as Crazy House Customs. And Crazy House Customs is expensive, but in my opinion, I think it's worth bringing there. I've brought my car there for an alignment because they have the tools or equipment to be able to do alignment on lowered cars. My car is on a set of coilovers, and I plan to have a pan hard bar installed. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Again, my first vlog without the car, at least running, and I'm sorry, but I also like to, the reason I started or want to start doing this is because certain things like this, right, like are informative to certain people who may be experiencing a similar issue or maybe in a similar situation, or maybe not, and maybe it's just informative to, you know, my audience. And that's kind of what I'm here for. That's what I plan to do, is kind of bring you guys along on this automotive journey that I wish, again, I started so long ago, because there is already so much done to the car, and I'm really excited to show you those things. But I think it's going to be a fun time, at least for myself, making these videos, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. So stay tuned. I will keep you updated, and I will start bringing the camera with me more. I know I said I didn't have enough time the last time to bring it with me when AAA came, but stay tuned. I promise you there's things coming. All right? See you in the next one. And one last thing, because I know a bunch of my friends and people who I love who are going to watch this are going to say that you should get rid of the car, you should trade it in or sell it and get a new car. No, no, and more no. Okay? I love this car. I've had this car for quite some time now. There's a lot of memories with this car. I've done a lot to this car, and I am determined to get it back on the road, running, looking good, feeling good, and no. The answer is no, I'm not getting rid of the car. So go ahead and comment it, please, because commenting and liking my videos is gonna help me. But I'm answering it right now. I'm not getting rid of the car.